Welcome to Daily Scripture Reading. I do not own the rights to this music. Lord, that you would grant favor. The definition of favor: approval, support, or liking for someone or something, commendation, esteem, goodwill, kindness, friendliness. I will read the Amplified Version of Genesis chapter 39, verses 7 through 21. Then after a time his master's wife, looked at Joseph with desire, and she said, "Lie with me." But he refused and said to his master's wife, "Look, with me in the house, my master does not concern himself with anything. He has put everything that he owns in my charge. He is not greater in this house than I am, nor has he kept anything from me except you, because you are his wife. How then could I do this great evil and sin against God and your husband?" And so it was that she spoke to Joseph persistently day after day, but he did not listen to her plea to lie beside her or be with her. Then it happened one day that Joseph went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the men of the household was there in the house. She caught Joseph by his outer robe, saying, "Lie with me." But he left his robe in her hand and ran and got outside the house. When she saw that he had left his robe in her hand and had run outside, she called to the men of her household and said to them, "Look at this. Your master has brought a Hebrew into the household to mock and insult us. He came to me to lie with me, and I screamed. When he heard me screaming, he left his robe with me and ran outside the house." So she left Joseph's outer robe beside her until his master came home. Then she told her husband the same story, saying, "The Hebrew servant whom you brought among us came to meet me came to me to mock and insult me. Then as soon as I raised my voice and screamed, he left his robe with me and ran outside the house." And when Joseph's master heard the words of his wife, saying, "This is the way your servant treated me," his anger burned. So Joseph's master took him and put him in the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were confined. So he was there in the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and extended loving kindness to him and gave him favor in the sight of the warden. The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.